Alright guys, so people have been asking for a shark brake tutorial, so I figured I'd make one real quick. Shark brakes are, I guess, kind of simple, but I guess kind of hard at the same time, because basically if your O isn't like sturdy enough or moving quickly enough, it's just really hard to do any brake if your O isn't moving fast enough. So I said it in my last couple of videos, but you got to really make sure that where you're practicing has dead air. Like turn off your AC or your fans or whatever. If you want to check, you can like light a candle, and if it doesn't like waft or whatever, you know it's dead air. So you need a sturdy O. Try to get the thicker is the better, I suppose. Sometimes if they get too thick, it's a little bit hard. You got to kind of put more into it to get it to break. But the way that it works is like you call off your O. So you have your O here. When I started learning them, I liked to kick them to 45 degrees. So you kind of, if you're doing two hands, you can push and then kind of bring it up. So it's at like 45 degrees. One hand is the same situation, kind of like scoop it to 45 degrees. So if you have the O, you want to go from like 3 o'clock, and then you go to like 9 o'clock. So it's kind of like you start at like 3, and you just inhale around. So you kick it up to 45 degrees. You start from like, I guess you start from like the top right. So you grab it and you go around it. It's hard to make videos for like shark brakes and stuff because you really just do what you see the person do and it works. It took me a long time to figure out like how to do it, but it's really just, it's simple to explain, but it's kind of hard to actually do yourself. So the 45 degrees helped me. I can do them like straight now. It's the same exact situation. You just start at like 3 o'clock. So here, around on the side, and it just kind of like kicks it and it breaks. So like the whole speed and everything. I have some clips of me doing the shark split that I'm gonna post at the end of this so you can see. I'll play them in slow motion and regular motion. I'll try to see if I can find one where it's like the raw clip so you can hear like how hard I'm sucking. It's literally like, that's how hard it goes. I know it looks kind of silly, but that's literally what you do. And you can do it at 45 to start. That way, because what it is with 45 is it's easier to start at the edge and then step around it. So when you step around it, it's easier than tilting your head. Because when you do it straight up, you have to tilt your head back and forth. So it's like that. If you have it at 45 degrees, you can start on the inhale and just step to the side of the O and come around it. So it makes it a little bit easier than having to like bobble head back and forth. So yeah, I'll post some clips. If you guys have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments. Like any questions on how to do it or builds, I guess I can, you know, help you guys with like builds and all that stuff. So yeah, I know it's really simple, but there's really not much I can say about it. It's one of those things where you just kind of follow suit. Like when I learned shark brakes, nobody taught me shark brakes. I just seen somebody do it, and I practiced until I figured out how they did it. So I mean, there's little tips that'll help. Like the 45 degree thing helped me. I ended up noticing they kicked it to 45, doing it that way. And then obviously, like I said, the most important thing by a long shot is your O's have to be sturdy and they have to be like thicker, like thick-ish. If you guys want a tutorial on like thicker O's, I can try to do that. That's another one of those things where you kind of figure it out on your own from practicing enough. Vertical splits, where you kind of just, and it splits into two. That's to me one of the easiest splits like ever. It took me forever to figure it out, and then once you figure it out, it's like, it's probably one of the easiest splits you can learn. So yeah, good luck guys, keep practicing. Any questions, feel free. You guys have a good one.
This week.